All right. Morning, everybody. I'm Quinn Pettifer with the Gazette, and you are watching Get to Know Gives Back. This is part of the Gazette Gives Back, which is an annual program sponsored by Collins Community Credit Union. And for those that are unaware of this program, Gazette Gives Back is an annual giving of over $500,000 in free advertising credits to nonprofits throughout Eastern Iowa. This is provided to spread awareness of the mission and the services and the incredible work the nonprofits provide thousands in Eastern Iowa literally every day, furry friends and individuals in terms of the services provided. And today we are going to get a chance to chat with representatives from Critter Crusaders of Cedar Rapids. We've got Jessica and Jan on the call with us. Good morning.
Hi, and good morning. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Good talking with everybody.
Absolutely. Well, so I'm going to foot in my mouth here. Before the call, before we started recording, I said, Jessica, are you on staff as well? And you reminded me this is an entirely volunteer-based operation you have going at Critter Crusaders. So let's just start with the mission and the scope of what you do for Critter Crusaders, and we'll go from there.
Jess, do you want to take it or do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead, Jan.
Okay. Critter Crusaders is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we've been in operation since 2008. We're a really unique organization in the world of nonprofits, and especially animal welfare nonprofits, because we're very specific. We're not a rescue. We do not adopt animals out. What we do is advanced medical and surgical care for homeless pets in rescue and shelter systems. And so we act as a safety net for animals who have very complex medical issues, complex surgical issues. And we actually raise funds to be able to pay for the medical bills and the ongoing care for these animals. And we also manage that care. So we become the conduit between doctor and foster home. We originated out of the Cedar Rapids Animal Care and Control back in the 2007 range. And because we saw the need at that shelter for animals needing advanced medical care rather than euthanasia. And so this is what we do. This is our passion. And Jess here, I'm the medical coordinator for Critter Crusaders, and Jess is my teammate. She's my partner on the medical aspect of things.
So Jessica, how because I know that I don't know this, but from what I see, you guys are so great about communication, is when there is a situation, it is usually an emergency critical type of situation. There's not a lot of time. It's not like you have days, weeks to map out what medical partnerships can be established. There really has to be some quick turnaround. Take us through that. How are those relationships developed and those scenarios played out?
So yeah, a lot of times it is urgent. A lot of the requests we get are traumatic or urgent. Some of them are not. Some of them are just, diseases or illnesses that require much more advanced care than what the shelter could financially provide. So it can be either thing. But basically, over the years, Jan has developed such great relationships with a lot of the local vets, and then as well as out of state for more advanced care. And so knowing the best choice for where to send that animal also gives us an advantage over, maybe someone at the shelter's never dealt with this situation and they don't know who to go to. Well, we have a good handle on that, so we can help out in that way. I guess, does that answer your question?
It does. It does. Yeah. Well, and so much of this is really from a Gazette Gives Back angle. Critter Crusaders, I think, is just one of our it's very dear to our hearts, because when you first joined us a few years back, things were really just kind of taken off as far as Jan, your advocacy and just building relationships. I mean, I think about, a few years ago to today. I mean, everybody knows Jan. Everybody knows the mission and the work that you advocate for every day. And it's been great to see people recognize your work as well. Let's talk a little bit about 2020 and 2021. I mean, obviously we're on a Zoom call. Normally we'd be on a podcast in a room together. But I imagine this isn't the only time that the pandemic has impacted your work. How have you had to make pivots and adjust?
Well, I think just like any nonprofit, it has been the single most impactful thing on our organization, because as opposed to a lot of other nonprofits, we relied heavily on our live event fundraisers. And over the years, the Gazette Gives Back has really, truly put us on the map with people in all throughout Iowa, actually, not just in the Cedar Rapids community. And so I think that in 2020, we just had to regroup and figure out how we were going to be bringing funds in so we could continue our mission. We knew that giving this organization up was not an option. And so we developed online fundraisers, much like the rest of the organizations have done as well. We developed a Cans for Critters program that is ongoing to this day. But at the same time, we definitely wanted to put forth some community-based things, such as our Pets to Vets program, where our volunteers basically transport animals from 4 different vet clinics to and from appointments, so elderly folks don't have to leave their home and be exposed to the virus. So we have maneuvered in ways that we never imagined. And the Gazette Gives Back has been our best partner in our 13-year history. We've never had anything like this. Last year, we lost approximately $80,000 in live event fundraisers. But thanks to the Gazette Gives Back, we were able to advertise some of our online events and our Cans for Critters. And that really saved us. We thought that we might slow down in 2020 and 2021 due to the pandemic. That has not been the case. We're busier than ever. And this year, we're on track to have our busiest year. We had our busiest month ever in January of 2021 with 93 medical cases, surgeries, 35 different animals, I believe, and 19 surgeries. So the money is being spent as quickly as it's coming in. But thanks to this program and our partnership with you, Quinn, Sharon, so many at the Gazette Gives Back, we wouldn't be here today without you.
Oh, thank you. That just warms the heart. Thank you. That is very well. We know how much passion and dedication you and Jessica, everybody, the team has for these animals that people, and it's so sad to say, some would say, oh, just discard, or it's not worth this. Everyone gets a chance, everyone gets a shot, and the stories that you share, the journey of each animal. I know Facebook, my heart just like it breaks, and then it's also very comforting to see just the amount of care that each animal gives and those status updates. I mean, I'd say any viewers that are not following Critter Crusaders on Facebook, absolutely get online and just see the incredible work and dedication of everyone. From a volunteer standpoint, how are you guys looking? Are you in need of additional volunteers, or how can people help? Obviously, contributing to the cause would be great to make sure that your record year, you're able to have the resources you need. How about volunteers?
We always need volunteers.
Jessica's like, yes. The answer is yes to everything.
Yeah, we always need volunteers. I mean, that's all we are. So, all of us have our other lives too. And a lot of people are working full time and managing their Critter Crusader responsibilities. It gets to be a lot. And the more people that are willing to step forward and help, we can kind of spread that workload out even more. As far as new people getting involved, reach out. Absolutely. We can find something within the organization that suits you. There's so many different things. I probably don't have enough time to go through all of them right now, but there's definitely a niche for everyone. Whether it is,
oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Do you have volunteers on call? Like, so if someone's like, look, I'm around this weekend, if you need somebody, you know, if you need someone to drive or transport, put me on the list. Okay.
Yeah, we have a transport team. Jan sends out a request. Usually that's all like a group text message. It's the fastest way to get that information out. And if you can help, you step forward, and if you can't, you move on and wait for the next one, you know. So a lot of times there is a opportunity there with transport. We have, you know, for people who maybe don't have that level of availability, there's other things you can do to help us with the online fundraising that we're doing. Absolutely. Then, like Jan said, there's the Cans for Critters program. We always need people down there. So whatever your preferred flavor of volunteer work is, we can definitely find a fit for that. So
that's great. Well, so speaking of, I know the online fundraising is something that's continuous. Do you have any other events, any other fundraisers that are coming up that viewers should know about?
Oh my goodness, we have a lot in the works. We have a Sensi fundraiser going on right now, and we use Facebook a lot for our fundraisers because it's an easy and effective way to get information out to folks. We have IMS Branded Solutions. They're an apparel and screen printing company, has really stepped up to help us and have done multiple t-shirts and things like that for us. That's on our Facebook page. We have the Pork Tornadoes, who have agreed to give us a portion of the proceeds of their online concert, which was at the Paramount, in conjunction with many other nonprofits. They're definitely a group that gives back to their community, and we're very grateful for that. So we have a lot in the works. We'll have an upcoming online fundraiser starting in May. It's basically a silent auction online. Okay. And so we have a lot of things in the works that hopefully will, you know, allow us to continue our mission.
But no matter what the event, you can always go on Facebook and find opportunities to get involved. Is there any other, all the contact information is on Facebook. If somebody doesn't have a Facebook page, go to the website. Would that?
Oh, sure.
Okay. And what's the website again, just so people know?
It's simple. It's Critter Crusaders, and that is with an S on the end of it, cr.org. So Critter Crusaders, cr.org. That's our website, and it also gives information on our fundraisers, on our animals, and the great things that we're able to do thanks to our donors.
Excellent. Well, keep it up, team. You're doing fantastic work, and we're so honored to get to work with you through the Gazette Gives Back. Thank you for all you are doing for Eastern Iowa, for our animals, our pets, our loved furry friends. It's amazing work, and I know it's a tireless job. I'm sure that there is a mountain of hours every week that you devote. I know there is. So thank you for that. And to our viewers, of course, be sure to support Critter Crusaders however possible, whether you have some volunteer hours available, the Cans for Critters, and of course their upcoming drives on Facebook. I'm telling you, those stories are amazing. So be sure to follow and like Critter Crusaders Cedar Rapids Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in to learn more about Critter Crusaders, as well as all 40 of our nonprofits that are part of the Gazette Gives Back program for 2021. You can go to thegazette.com/gives back, and that actually has every single one of our nonprofits and a direct link to their website. So just in case they forget, they can always go and look up Critter Crusaders in our directory and be taken to their website there. I'm Quinn Pettifer. We'll see you next time.